Hi, today is part 2 of the Overcoming Negative Body Image blog series. My name is Emma Coble. I'm a licensed professional counselor serving clients in Colorado and Florida. So last time we talked about some ways how negative body image shows up and affects us, and a couple of ways to deal with it when it comes up, remembering that we are not alone and really noticing how our brains have been hijacked, and how different beauty standards have been over time, as well as the issues with social media and comparison. So today I want to talk a little bit about the patriarchy and the story that our female bodies are bad and wrong, and how it's been used to keep women in control and small for many years. So this story that we need to be in thin bodies and taking up as little space as possible is a myth of diet culture that has been used to keep women feeling small for many, many years. Naomi Wolf wrote in The Beauty Myth, "A culture fixated on female thinness is not an obsession about female beauty, but an obsession about female obedience. Dieting is the most potent political sedative in women's history. A quietly mad population is a tractable one," which I just think is a beautiful quote. And yeah, a population of people who are starving, who are working themselves out to death, are ready to buy products, are ready to do anything, and are really suffering. That's a really controllable population. So that's essentially what women, and also women in marginalized groups as well, have really been fed for years and years. There's also, the patriarchy has put a huge moral value on food. This idea of like taking up less space and having fewer needs. A woman is good if she has few needs and is kind of meeting the needs of others, and food is a huge way of declining food or not eating much or whatever is a huge way of not having needs. And this has been perpetuated by centuries of white patriarchal culture, and all the big popular fad diets have really been created by white men. There's a little infographic on the blog if you click on the link. Additionally, a lot of workouts that we see now for women really focus on keeping women long and lean, not bulking, not having too much muscle. So keeping women small and petite, and more fragile and docile, and spending money. So it's also, I think, important to point out that diet culture really has exploded at times in our history when women have been rising up politically. The time when women were earning rights to vote early in the 20th century, and then again in the 1960s, the Twiggy was a really popular image, and something that women were really taught to strive to be. Just long and thin and big boots that made women look taller and even more lanky. So this beauty myth is really compelling because it's literally everywhere. But I think one of the most important things to remember is that really being in a smaller body, or being able to attain some of these goals, yes, it leads to a lot of thin privilege, but doesn't lead to actually having more love or more health than being in other sized bodies. So levels of connection, all of those things, that actually oftentimes the stress of trying to be in a specific kind of body can really get in the way of us feeling connection and can make us feel like we can't relax. So the next thing I want to say is to just be gentle on yourself during this time of emotional and physical healing, because this is a lot. You are experiencing years of brainwashing, essentially, and trying to just change this huge pattern. So listen to inspiring podcasts, read books that are feminist, call friends, and also just don't be hard on yourself if sometimes you are feeling bad in your skin and in your body. That was a highly protective mechanism that has been here for a long time to try and protect you, to try and keep you safe and connected in a really patriarchal world. So be good to yourself and ask your body what it's needing right now. If it's rest, if it's appreciation, if it's kindness, give it that without judgment. And if you're needing help and assistance, you can always call me for a free 20-minute consultation to talk about therapy and how it could help you. The last thing I want to say about this, just to wrap it up, is that, again, to remember when you're feeling inferior, you're truly in a trance. When we are thinking about what is wrong and how we are bad or wrong, we are disconnected from the miracle of our existence. We're disconnected from the present moment, and that is really the truth of our existence. We're disconnected from the truth of our existence. So we have to look kind of at the bigger picture. Naomi Wolf again writes, "You do not win by struggling to be at the top of a caste system. You win by refusing to be trapped within one at all. The woman who calls herself beautiful and challenges the world to change. The woman wins who calls herself beautiful and challenges the world to change to truly see her." So we are getting the idea is to get ourselves out of this dynamic rather than to try and fit in it, and to become more present with the world around us. And again, to remember that this body is going to change and it's going to die, and how do we want to have lived while it's been here? So thank you for watching. Hope this has been helpful, and yeah, have a great day. Get in touch if you need more help.